today the tradition continues. We're gonna do a quick tier list because I love doing these guys. I'm sorry, I love it. We're gonna do a quick tier list of all of the cards in the Mega Shine meta. And okay, get over there, but yeah, all of the cards, every single one, the basics, the supporters, the items. I just like having all my just tier lists set up so that we can remember and reminisce on how the times were per set. Anyways, like and subscribe if you're excited, of course. And yeah, let's get right into it. You already know the tradition. We gotta change these names. Call this one Doo-Doo Butter, right? Doo-Doo Butter, the absolute trash cards. C is like, you know, B is like, alright, not bad, right? Alright, not bad. And A tier, looking nice. Looking nice. Do you guys like that one? Looking nice. Alright, now S is gonna be, wow. You are so beautiful. I like it today. You know, a little bit of a chill vibe, you know. And let's just jump right into it. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Now we start with the Volbeat, Confuse Ray. I mean, this thing has synergy with Illumise, right? Illumise is stronger if the opponent is confused, but I think Confusion is definitely one of the worst statuses right now. Everything is sleep-based, of course, and the HP is not amazing, and you have to like retreat into this thing, into Illumise to do damage. It's like a waste of energy. So I'm gonna say on Volbeat, not something I'd use. I don't think it's complete trash. Confusion is annoying, but yeah, this Scyther is pretty good though. I think this Scyther is not bad. You know, it has already great synergy with Scizor, right? Because you can U-turn, onto the bench, evolve into Scizor, blah, 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 blah. It's very good for getting this guy out of active. And I like cards that get themselves out of active and retain energy. So moves like U-turn are great. Hang down, I mean, brother, you're never going to use this guy. He's a basic that just will, he exists to evolve. Does that make sense? He's one of the basics that exists to be evolved and not used. I'm putting these two together. Yeah, I'm just going to put these two together. Phantom is, like I said, it's not great, obviously. It's not a great basic. But Trevenant, Rumble Stomp, it's a coin flip card. It could do something crazy. I'm gonna put it in alright, not bad, but it's not something I'd use. So I'm not gonna put it in looking nice. He could win you the game. Right? He could win you the game, or he could just do nothing. It's one of the worst Charmanders in the game. Definitely don't use it. Charmeleon, though, is nice. Honestly, I want to put him in You're So Beautiful. I think this Charmeleon, it just has a lot of... It's literally the same thing as the other Charmeleon, which I already thought was like a high tier, top tier, middle stage Pokemon. I'm going to put him in looking nice. Because, I mean, we already know about Ignition Charizard. It's not like it did anything too crazy, or Charmeleon, sorry, compared to the other Ignition, other than, you know, lose some HP, but you can attack for 2 energy, which is also really good, you know, because you can attack on a curve, or whatever. You can go first, and then evolve and attack right then, which I do like a lot about this Charmeleon. It's not bad. Looking nice. It's definitely not bad. Mega Charizard X is beautiful. Do I have to explain more? Do I really have to explain it? Mega Charizard X is incredible, right? 100 damage, you hit him, he does 80 more damage, but the thing is insane. The thing is insane. I think he's insane. 180 is a lot. Not many things can come in, attack Charizard X, and then live the hit that comes after. That's a lot of damage. He's almost hitting for 200 damage. Effectively 200 damage on grass type, so keep that in mind. Alright, Ponyta. Singe, Ponyta. Not my favorite. I think there are better Ponytas in the game, so I'm actually going to put them in Doo-Doo Butter, sorry. I think the other Ponytas that do damage are better. You want to get rid of Chinglings, babies. The goal for basic mons is to hit for 30 damage for 1 energy. Then you're a really good basic, but yeah. Overdrive Smash, I do like though. I'm going to put it in looking nice. I think you guys have seen my video on it. A decent amount of you, right? Or maybe y'all haven't, but I made a video on this Rapidash card. It's very, very good. Very strong. Just as long as you can keep it inactive, you're going to be hitting for big damage, especially with Blaine. This Magmar's pretty terrible. This guy is cool though. I think Magmortar is a cool Pokemon. It's very gimmicky though. The Magmortar Electivire thing is very gimmicky, so I'm gonna put him in middle of the road, alright, not bad. Because it's not bad, but it's not anything crazy. Not super impressed by it. Same thing for this Tauros. I don't think this Tauros is very good. I'm gonna put him bottoms here, sorry about that. Slowpoke, again, it's a basic mon that attacks for 2 energy and retreats for 2 energy. It's terrible. But Mega Slowbro is not bad. It's honestly a nice card. I don't know about meta, I don't know about beautiful. There are better water types in the game. Chiempao, Suicune. When we're talking about EXs, right, at least. He's not bad though, not at all. It's a low attack cost, and he sets up Cyrus plays, because he's hitting the bench. He's very fun as well. A lot of HP. It's not a bad card, and it's a stage 1. I do like that a lot. I don't know about beautiful though. Maybe some of you guys will put him up here. I think it's a very good card. Very good card. Piplup is just, it's fine. At least it can attack for 1 energy. Wave Splash. That's really bad, actually. Aqua Turbo. Definition of I have not seen anyone cook with this Fion yet. Just use Manaphy. Like, I don't know why they made this card. I'm gonna be honest. Lapras. I'm not big on this Lapras card. It's not worth running. I'm sorry to everybody that likes Lapras. Emperor's Strike. I don't think it's necessarily terrible, but I don't think it's necessarily incredible either. So I'm just going to put him in alright, not bad. It's playable. You could lose to Empoleon, but most of the time you're probably not going to. I'll be honest. Pikachu. There's a brand new Pikachu in the game. 70 HP is really good. The damage is whatever though, so I'm just going to put it in We have a brand new Raichu as well. I haven't seen any of these cards get use. 2 energy, or 2 damage, 90. Damn, 2 energy. I can't even talk. 2 energy for 90 damage is not terrible. 30 damage to itself is so bad, I have to put it in I was almost going to put it in alright, but I'm not a fan. Why the 30 damage? Why? There's Pokemon that can do this for less, with no recoil, so yeah. This guy's alright. I think this Electrike is okay. It's not bad. You have a chance to one-shot a baby for 1 energy, which I think is very good. So I'm going to put it above most of these basics. This guy, again, a good basic. This is the definition of a basic that I'll place high to. 70 HP, 30 damage, you can one-shot babies, Igglybuffs. That's very good. That's what a basic has to do. Same thing for this Electivire. I think this Electivire is pretty good. I actually think it's better than the Magmortar, because you don't really ever want this guy inactive, right? You want him to be on bench. But this guy is actually not bad. This Electivire can attack for a lot of damage, 2 energy only, and a lot of HP. He's only a stage 1, by the way. Pretty insane if you ask me. I'm a big fan of the Electivire. Let me know what you guys think about the Electivire. I think it's a very good card. Speaking of very good card, Mega Manectric is beautiful. What else do I have to say? Mega Manectric is beautiful. It basically has Beast Boost. The more points you have, the stronger the damage is. 2 energy, no retreat cost, which is very underrated. You can evolve an Electrike inactive, retreat for free, keep the energy, and then go into a baby Pokemon. Or then go into an Oricorio, or go into a Pichu. Very, very good Pokemon. A lot of HP, it's a Mega. Stage 1, easy to find. Not Mace support, Sightseer support, Training Area support. Like, it's just incredible. It's incredible, guys. It's incredible. Drowsy, there's a brand new Drowsy Hypnosis for 1 colorless energy. Maybe they want you to play it with Darkrai or something. I'm just going to put it in because, I mean, that could be good in a Darkrai meta, but you do have to place energy on him. It's not like Igglybuff. Why wouldn't you just use Igglybuff, right? Now we have this brand new Spoink. 20, 60 HP, not great. Miraculous Memory Mew is not bad. It's actually really funny. The only reason I'm not putting it higher is because it's RNG. But it's very fun. If I was rating it off fun, it would be up here. But if we're being serious, I don't think it's like meta or anything, but it's a hilarious card. The HP is terrible, of course, but that's because the effect is insane, potentially. Like I said, it's RNG. Hypnoblast, 3 energy, 60. The opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, way too much energy. It's never gonna find play. I'm gonna be honest, like, just play Darkrai. Anyways, Grumpig. Again, a card that's very RNG based, but he can attack for 1 energy, which is the most interesting part to me. Because of his very good energy requirement, I'm gonna put him in alright, not bad. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's how I feel about that. We have a brand new Diglett. The art is incredible. The art is incredible. And it does, in fact, one-shot a baby. I don't think it's bad. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's a bad Diglett. Maybe you could run it with the Doug Trio, the Dig Doug Trio. Because this Doug Trio is not great. The new Doug Trio, I don't think it's incredible. But, yeah. I actually don't think this card is bad. It one-shots a baby. That's good in my book. Takedown. This Hawlucha is terrible. Doug Trio. Now, this Doug Trio attacks for 60 damage. Retreat cost of nothing. Retreat cost of nothing is actually very interesting. But you do have to commit an energy. I'm just gonna put him in air. I don't see myself ever running this Doug Trio. Just run the Dig Doug Trio, right? Am I wrong about that? Just run the Dig Doug Trio. It's better in like every way, is it not? Yeah, I think it's better in damn near every way. Gaia Blast Groudon is unrealistic. You're never gonna run it. I like that Groudon's in the game, of course, but this guy's going in doo-doo butter. I'm sorry for all my Groudon fans. This Gengar is fine. It's whatever. I mean, it's the only of its kind. The only Dark Ghastly, I mean. Sorry, not Gengar, Ghastly. Gonna put it in eh. Haunter. I think this Haunter's very good, actually. This Haunter's really good. Just in case you start Ghastly and you attacked, you evolve, you have to get onto the bench. Hopefully you can with no damage taken. Very good middle evolution. Very good middle evolution. I don't know about that high. 40 damage is not a bad damage number either. But I feel like I'm maybe a little bit too high. I'm going to put it in not bad. It's definitely not bad. I don't know about that high, but... Mega Gengar EX. Where will I be placing Mega Gengar EX? See, this thing is like... If we get any Dark Energy support in the future, this thing could suddenly become broken. I'm gonna put it in alright, not bad tier. I know some of you guys might not be happy about that, but realistically, this thing is it's gonna be hard for it to be meta. I'm just being honest. It's gonna be hard for it to really become meta. Even though on paper it's very, very strong, very low retreat costs, a lot of HP. Sometimes you might get them out and still lose the game against certain Megas. You have to think about that as well. If you don't get the first hit, that is, right? Or Mega Charizard Y, maybe, I don't know, but I'm just gonna put him in alright, not bad, sorry. Darkrai is beautiful. I hate him, but he belongs in the beautifuls here. This thing is insane. Like I said, it's kind of like Greninja, but you don't have to go through the trouble of getting the Greninja. You just have to make sure you can sleep the enemy. So if you can sleep the enemy, or if they add any more EX Pokemon that can sleep the enemy, like a brand new Wigglytuff EX, or a Darkrai EX2, or something, a brand new strong Pokemon that also sleeps, Darkrai is like a free Greninja, but you can't attack anywhere. You can only attack the active. That's the one thing about Darkrai. This card is incredible though. It's incredible though. It made Swablu decks insane. Look at what Darkrai did for Swablu decks with Igglybuff. It's insane. It turned Igglybuff into a threat. So that's a good card in my book, right? Zorua. Zorua, surprise attack for 40. Of course it's a coin flip, but the damage is not bad. The damage is really nice. Despite the RNG aspect, I'm gonna put it in alright. Of all the basics, that's a very good damage number for a basic. Zoroark Energy Crush, it's not bad. I can't see it being meta or anything insane, but I think the brand new Zoroark is not bad. It's very similar to the Espeon, right? Basically a dark version of the Espeon. It's not bad. I myself might like the Elusive Trickery Zoroark more. Hot take, maybe, I'm not sure. We got a Trubbish and a Garbodor. Trubbish is terrible, and Garbodor is terrible too. No abilities, nothing. No, there's just no reason to ever use them. I think Morpeko is not bad. It's not incredible. In practice, it ended up being better than people thought, I feel like, for accelerating Mega Gengar. It's better than people thought, but I still don't think it's incredible. I'm going to put it in alright. It's not a bad card at all. Mega Scizor is kind of beautiful. I really do think it's kind of beautiful. Mega Steelix versus Mega Scizor, I don't know. Mega Steelix might be better, but Mega Scizor does an insane amount of damage. It has the potential to be very tanky with things like Metal Core Barrier, right? Steel Apron support, it can not be slept. I think it's a very good card. I think we've seen it perform very well in tournaments as well. It's a top tier Mega in my humble opinion. I am going to keep it up there. Explosion is a hilarious card, but it's not really good, so I'm gonna put it in. I know I made a video on it, very funny deck showcase, but at the end of the day, it's still like a troll card, right? So yeah, there's a brand new Kartana that attacks for 40 damage. It's not bad at all, by the way. I actually think it's nice. I don't know if that's a hot take. I think it's very nice in a meta where Igglybuff is broken, babies are broken, Chillings are broken. This guy just deals with it fine. This guy also 2 shots in Oricorio. I don't know, that's something to think about. We have Varoom here. Pretty terrible. That's just not a good basic. But Revaroom on the other hand, is kind of beautiful because he's foolproof. He's actually foolproof. Like, you can get things like Mega Steelix out of active for free. I almost want to put him in beautiful, but you do have to evolve into it, I guess. It takes up a little deck space. It's not like Celesteela, where it's the basic, right? I'm gonna put it in looking nice. Kind of similar to Charmeleon in a support way. It's really, really, really good. I think Revaroom is very, 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 very good. One of the best Pokemon here. This Dratini, You have the chance to one-shot a baby or the chance to do nothing. So I'm just going to put it in I think it's an card, TBH. Dragonair. Dragonair is beautiful. Do I even have to explain why I'm putting Dragonair in beautiful? It allowed Dragonite to become splashable. It's basically colorless. It turned all the Dragonites colorless. You went from having to struggle to do dual energy to Dragonite having to be basically colorless energy. That is one hell of a buff if you ask me. So Dragonair is going top tier. Dragon Wave. I don't think this Dragonite is incredible. I much prefer the Draco Meteor Dragonite. It's not terrible. That's a good damage number. But he's basically coming in, he's doing that attack, and it's over. So if you're not ending the game with Dragon Wave, there's no point in using it. Right? So I'm gonna put it in not bad, but I don't think it's great though. I just think it's not bad. If I'd be lying if I said it was a bad card. 150 is a nice damage number, but yeah, his retreat cost is terrible too. There's also a new Druddigon. 2 energy, 40 damage, and you can't retreat. Not a big fan of it. I'm gonna put it in I don't think this thing is ever gonna see play. Axew, terrible. Fracture, terrible. I'm kind of trolling, guys. I'm trolling. Okay, I do think Axew's not great though. I don't think Fracture's great either. But Haxorus, I'll put in Here we go. I'll at least put a Haxorus in It's just, it takes way too much work to get Haxorus to work. At dual energy, you need Iris. You need Iris, by the way. You need your opponent to place on the bench. You need you to also have place on bench. I don't know. Haxorus takes way too much work. I'm sorry. Like, let's be real. Spinning Draw. It's not a bad card. This shout-out is not bad. I don't see it getting a lot of play, though. So I'm just going to put it in F for now. Stampede Jigglypuff is not great. Hammer and Wigglytuff is not great. I think it's terrible. I think these are both bad cards. Fur Coat. We keep getting new Furfros. Like, back to back to back. I don't like it. I don't like the Furfro either. I think a lot of these normal types are terrible. We have a Minccino. Play Rough with a coin. If heads attack does more damage. This is Definition of you have a chance to one-shot a baby. Who cares? Chinchino's like, you're not gonna play it. Honestly, no, Minccino and Chinchino. I think all these normal types are pretty bad. Sorry. I really do. I don't think this Miltank is good either. I think all the normal types introduced in Mega Shine are pretty terrible. So sorry to anybody that was a fan of the normal types. Nasty Notice, I think, is not bad. It's just right now, it's not really that crazy, but it has the potential to be really good. I'm going to put it in alright. I think it's an alright card. Maintenance, though? Maintenance is pretty nice. I'm going to put Hiking Trail and Maintenance, because I think that combo of cards is pretty cool. And it's really good for things like Hydreigon we've seen, right? Hydreigon. And other decks where, you know, you're finding yourself with a low amount of cards a lot. Where you can do things like Maintenance and Hiking Trail. It's pretty great. Like, when they're applicable, they're both great cards, right? Iris, sadly, is just going to go next to Haxorus. They're locked together. They're basically the same card. Until we get another Haxorus, then yeah. And Calum, right now, is also There's not enough, like, Mega Pokemon to make it worth, most of the time it's probably going to be a worse professor. I mean, Mega Pokemon are decently meta though, but it's like, there's at most of the time, there's going to be 2 Megas in play at once. Caleb is just another professor. Like, I don't think Caleb ever will see play like that. But anyways, right? That seems to be it for our Mega Shine tier list. I'll do the slow scroll up for you guys. Let me know what you think of the tier list in the comment section below. And on top of that, let me know your top 3 most broken cards in the Mega Shine meta. And yeah, that'll be all from me today. You know, check the comment section. I mean, check the description. Subscribe over to the second channel. You know, I'm gonna keep reminding you guys there will be some stuff on there. Eventually, I know there's nothing in right now. But yeah, there will be variety content on there just for more things that aren't pocket. And love you guys. Road to 3,000 subs. We're going strong. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.